We're going to show now how easy it is to set up a reconciliation with iTeam. No coding, just a few clicks of the mouse. We're going to use the reconciliation to make sure that when anyone gets added to perform emergency work and gets added to this particular group, which by the way we created directly from iTeam, emergency admin, that everybody, that every time they finish doing that emergency work, they should be eliminated from the group because that gives them a special access rights, and that this group always looks like this, no members in there. That's one example of what we can use reconciliations for. To do that, we just go into iTeam and go in provisioning policies, and we are going to locate the provisioning policy that we already have in place for Active Directory, and this is the one. So we click on it, which we can see that already, is applicable to all members of the OFN enterprise, and we can see that the entitlements for that group, for that service that were created, and is for a specific server, and that's the name of the service name that is going to be tied up, and we'll use that service name to go later to manage services here and modify the actual service. But what we need to do here is to modify this provisioning policy by clicking into parameters, and we're going to create a new policy, and what we want is to make sure that no one gets added to a group. So here it brought all the possible things you can do with that adapter from AD. We are looking for group here, and here it is in the second page. So we select the group and click continue. And what is it that we want to make with that group? Well, this is a constant value. We don't need to do any JavaScript in any or regular expression. And there's some flexibility in the tool if you want to do more sophisticated stuff. And what we want to make sure is that everybody is excluded from bringing this group. We haven't selected what group that is. So we click here on search, and what's the group that we are interested in preventing anyone from being? Emergency admin. Here it is. So we click OK, continue, and that's all we need to do. We submit that, and then we can see that after a little while this stuff is going to be processed by iTeam. It's now pending, and pretty soon it's going to be accepted. While that thing is being processed, remember that we said that we need to we tied up to the actual service that we have for Active Directory, OFN Active Directory, and here it is. So now what we need to do is tell iTeam what are we going to do when we found something that is wrong, and we can fix the problem right now. By clicking correct here, we can suspend the account. We can, set that as a market as an action to be done. But what we're going to do now is alert. We're going to tell, particularly the manager of responsible for this, which is Eric Power, that that something happened. So as we can see, this is all what we need to do, but we said that we want to send it to a specific iTeam account, and which account that is? Well, it's going to be Eric Powers. So we look here for Powers, and we find Eric and say, yep, that's the guy that we want to actually notify when these things happens. And the alert, we're going to be putting in here, emergency group with someone in, or something like that. Okay, and this is going to become the subject of the email that will be sent. And for the email, we're going to use the standard template. But if you want to get sophisticated and modify what's going to be in the email, you can uncheck this and do that. That's all we need to do. We submit this, and we have after this gets accepted, we would have been um, ready for doing this. Notice that shortly before the provisioning policies was successfully modified, and pretty soon this is going to be also accepted, and we are ready to show reconciliation at work.